Nobody talks about how emotionally exhausting money feels now. Not just expensive. Exhausting. Every day, someone online is showing a new car, a luxury vacation, a designer lifestyle, or another version of success. And after a while, you stop feeling financially behind and start feeling emotionally poor. That's why most people secretly hate budgeting. Because modern budgeting feels like punishment. Track every coin. Cut every pleasure. Feel guilty for spending. Repeat next month. But in Japan, there's an old money ritual that approaches finances completely differently. Not as restriction, not as hustle culture, but as awareness. It's called Kakeibo. A Japanese budgeting method created in 1904 that helps people save money, spend intentionally, and build something modern culture desperately lacks: quiet wealth. And honestly, this method may completely change your money mindset. Because Kakeibo is not really about becoming rich. It's about becoming intentional. The entire system revolves around 4 simple questions. And strangely, these 4 questions can quietly transform your relationship with money. The first question is, how much money do I actually have? Simple. But emotionally difficult. Because many people avoid looking directly at their finances. Not because they're irresponsible, but because money carries emotional weight. Stress. Shame. Fear. Pressure. So instead, we distract ourselves. We scroll. We spend emotionally. We avoid checking balances. We promise ourselves we'll figure things out later. But Kakeibo begins differently, with honesty. Not guilt. Not panic. Just awareness. Because financial peace begins the moment you stop running from your numbers. And honestly, many people are not poor because they lack income. They feel poor because they lack clarity. The second question is, how much would I like to save? Notice the difference. Not, what's left after chaos? But, what kind of future do I want to protect? That mindset changes everything. Because saving money is not just financial. It's emotional safety. Emergency funds. Breathing room. Freedom from panic. Freedom from desperation. Quiet wealth is often invisible. It looks like better sleep, fewer money arguments, and knowing one bad month won't destroy your life. That's real financial freedom. Not impressing strangers online. Even small savings matter. Because every small act of saving tells your future self, I'm trying to protect you. The third Kakeibo question is, how much am I spending? And this is where the method becomes powerful, because Kakeibo doesn't just track spending. It exposes behavior. Traditionally, the Japanese budgeting ritual divides expenses into 4 categories: survival, optional spending, culture and growth, and unexpected expenses. And suddenly, your purchases stop looking random. They start revealing patterns. Stress spending. Loneliness spending. Convenience spending. Validation spending. And eventually, you stop asking, can I afford this? And start asking, why do I want this so badly? That question alone can transform a person financially. Because every purchase tells a story. Some purchases create comfort. Some create growth. And some only create temporary dopamine. This is where many people realize something uncomfortable: they are not always financially broken. Sometimes they are financially unconscious. The final Kakeibo question is beautifully simple: how can I improve? Not dominate money, not become a millionaire overnight. Just improve. A little less impulse. A little more awareness. A little more intentional living. Because quiet wealth is rarely built dramatically. It's built softly. In kitchens. In notebooks. In ordinary decisions nobody applauds online. Cooking more meals at home. Buying slower. Reducing emotional spending. Living below your pressure level instead of below your income level. And over time, Those quiet decisions become a peaceful life. That's why Kakeibo feels different from modern budgeting apps. Most budgeting systems focus on control. Kakeibo focuses on awareness. And awareness changes behavior naturally. Without shame. Without hustle culture. Without pretending to be rich online. Because honestly, many people don't actually want luxury anymore. They want peace. They want enough savings to breathe. Enough clarity to stop panicking. Enough financial stability to enjoy life without guilt. Maybe wealth was never supposed to be loud. Maybe real wealth is opening your banking app without fear, sleeping peacefully, and buying things intentionally, instead of emotionally. That's the quiet power of Kakeibo. And maybe it starts with a notebook. If this video made you feel calmer about money, subscribe. Because this channel is about building a smarter, quieter, and more intentional life. Share with a friend, like. Turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.